Let's go to the phone line, 714. Who's this?
Trevor Garner.
Who is it?
Trevor Garner.
Oh, hey, Trevor.
Oh, Trevor.
Trevor, round of applause for Trevor.
Trevor in a while.
Yeah.
Trevor.
How you feeling, man?
Yeah.
I got cancer. I got pancreatic cancer and went to my liver.
Oh.
Yeah, but how are you? We know you have cancer. You have stage 4 liver cancer, if I'm correct.
We pray for you.
Yeah, I'm trying to pump up your show with good thoughts. So.
Well, good. Thanks for bringing us down, Trevor. Jeez.
Yeah, really. Come on.
But how are you feeling, sir?
Well, let's say this. They just did my friend Jimmy Campanis, and I'll get into the feeling thing.
Okay.
But he did a 1-hour podcast with me about my life. It's going to be on YouTube, and pretty much I laid out my whole drinking pattern all the way through my life, spilling the beans and telling people, I don't tell people don't drink. You can drink all you want, but here's what the final product is right here. And, but you can do whatever you want. And I told him about my life and how I got into it.
So, Trevor, how long have they given you?
Well, they gave me 4 months or less.
4 months?
That was about a month and a half ago.
Well, you prove them wrong.
You're gonna prove. You're gonna be around. You're like a fly in shit. You're gonna be around for a while. You know that, right? You're not going anywhere.
Dude, I'm telling you, when you got this thing, if you even knew, it is like the worst feeling in the world when your body just starts to give up.
Mm-hmm.
I've pushed and prodded and tried as hard as I can, but the one thing that I always did, here I go to the gym, and then I go to the bar afterwards, and I think I'm getting better. But the bar, I never took into consideration that I'm basically, mixing what I did, the positive with the negative, and I couldn't be my 40-year-old self at 59 anymore, 58.
So, Trevor, in the months that you have left, why don't you experience some of the stuff out there in L.A.? Are you at least smoking some weed, having some edibles, trying to, enjoy life for the last, your last hurrah, so to speak?
Hey, get laid a lot.
Yeah, get laid every night.
Bedridden.
He's bedridden,
I'm bedridden.
Well, we will. You know what? We will get. This is why the delivery service at the weed shop. We need something over on that side, on the West Coast, to bring you the weed.
Yeah. I mean, that's fine.
All right.
When I get in the hospice, if they let me do it. But I don't know. I just wanted to call and say hi and.
Well, look, Trevor, we don't want you to die, first off, so I just want you to understand, we do give a shit about you.
You're a friend of the show?
Yeah, when you only had the foot injury, I still wanted the foot, but I don't want you to, leave this fucking mortal coil here on Earth, dude. I want you to understand that.
Yeah, I got some questions. I got some questions for you.
You got some questions?
Have you written out your will and have you decided about all the millions that you have in the bank, who you're going to give it to?
No, I have.
You decided, how you're...
Before I write out my will, I have to get the millions, and then I can write out the will. That's usually... I'm going in stages. Once I do that, I'll be fine.
I know what he's saying, because I'm at the stage now where I have to start thinking about it. I'm 80 years old, so I have to start thinking about that shit. And I have a will for my main assets, basically. Yeah. But all my other stuff, I don't know what the fuck I'm going to do with it. I've been a collector all my life. I have a collection. I don't know. Yeah.
Joe's giving me an ice machine. I'm getting that later.
Yeah, right. And these things mean nothing to
But it's like personal things, Joe. It's
sure, that's exactly what I'm saying.
Well, Trevor, do you have anybody? Do you have anybody to give them to? Your personal items?
Well, here we go. I got 4 sisters. I don't really see them.
Right,
they don't want anything from me.
Do they? Wait. Do you not get along with your sisters? Are they assholes or what?
We're very close. Not close, but we're not a family that's parties together or gets together for reunions or anything like that. We're basically all on our own. My sisters have their husbands, and I have been like a lone wolf. And I go off on my own, and I don't know their I don't know my nephews and their nieces. I don't know anything about them.
Do you want to? Do you want to?
Yes.
So in the short period of Trevor, in the short period of time you have left, the same way you were able to dial this phone number, 718-577-1389, and call my show, call your fucking sisters.
Yeah, good advice.
Talk to the fucking nieces.
I did.
All right, so what happened?
They're not ready for that yet.
They're not ready. You're fucking dying. When the fuck are they going to be ready for it?
You don't have the time to say
you don't have the time for them to be ready. Tell them to go fuck themselves then if they're not ready. That's not fair,
That's all I can say.
All right, Joe.
They said I need therapy, and then my mom needs therapy. But anyway,
no, you definitely need therapy. That's not the point. But you got 4 months to live. What the fuck is a psychologist going to do for you right now? Nothing.
Yeah.
So, like, what?
And there it is. It's like,
so here's the bigger question then. Here's the bigger question. What are you giving the show here? Are you going to send us something? We'll have a Trevor memorial in the studio then. He's thinking about it. He didn't say no. He's thinking about it.
Well, who would want to give you anything?
No, not for me directly. Like, we can hang him up next to the panties.
Oh, I understand.
Like some form of Trevor memorial.
Send us a pair of your underwear.
Yeah, send us a pair of your underwear. What?
Well,
why would I want Trevor's underwear? Right now, he's bedridden. It's probably soiled.
We have underwear all over the walls here. We have
women's underwear.
Yeah, we have women's underwear. We don't want Trevor's underwear.
That's true. Sorry, Sharon.
By the way, April, the COO of the weed shop, is saying that tomorrow was not promised to anyone.
That's right.
And as the great Frank Sinatra once said, live each day like it's the last day of your life, because soon it will be.
Mm-hmm.
So, Trevor, in the last 3 months or 4 months that you have left on this earth, which I think you're going to be fucking still, I think we're still, you're going to make it.
Let's not talk that good.
You're going to make it longer anyway, Joe. Don't worry about it, Trevor. I know that. My point being, though, is what are you going to do now when you're at death's door? What are you going to do now? I know you're bedridden, but I'm sure that there's a lot of people that would like to hear you, like, call them up. I mean, if I was you, I would just get hookers every day. That's just me.
Yeah, ain't the chick with the tits still around?
I don't know.
I'm talking. All my friends in the past are coming to visit me that I haven't seen in years. Yeah. So I mean, I'm just connecting with people from the past that I haven't seen, and everybody's like, "Not Trevor, how?" And I go, "What do you mean, you stupid idiot?" It's like, how I was drinking my whole life. What do you expect?
It is. Trevor definitely was. Trevor definitely was what we would call an alcoholic.
Well,
he drank himself to nothing but liver damage, Joe.
Yeah.
There is no. I'm not trying to shit on him, but that's what happened.
I totally understand.
So I'm explaining it to the audience.
Telling the truth.
They're telling the truth.
Yeah.
And now, because he's having this come to Jesus moment, he needs to literally, in the last 3 months of his life. Do you have a home health care aide?
I got caregivers. I got caregivers.
You got caregivers?
And they got a hospice. I just made a mistake.
Yeah.
But anyway, I got a hospice that they're supposed to help me out. But it's like, I don't know where I'm going to die. I don't know what place. I don't know anything because I ain't got a home. You know that song by Rush? I ain't got it. It's like, I ain't got it. I don't have a place to land that's safe for me because I've been staying at my shop. And all of a sudden this happened, so I'm looking.
All right, but that's neither. Let's not dwell in the final moments of your life about that shit. Let's figure something out. Where would you want to die? If you had a choice of any spot on Earth to be your last place on Earth, where would you go?
Even if it's not possible?
Well, I'm just saying, let's figure it out, because, like, to me,
I'm telling you,
I would die at the Bunny Ranch or the Chicken Ranch or one of those places. If I know I'm dying, and I got 4 months to fucking die, I'm literally just going to show up in Nevada, go to that place, and rent the room. What are you going to do? They can't pay. I can't pay for it after I'm dead, so what the fuck are you going to do? And then every day, somebody just comes in and blows me.
If I could go, I want to die. I want to die in my grandmother's bed and have her feed me chicken soup, and I want to be comfortable situation. And I don't have a family like that. And I want an little old lady to take care of me and kind of just make me comfortable. That's what I want. And to watch old-time classic TV and movies. And I'm into nostalgia.
Well, you gotta go. You gotta go on your own terms, bro. That's what you gotta do. You're fucking dying. Mm-hmm. Let's be honest. You're dying. Die on your own terms. Die on your own terms. We got to figure this out, and we got to make sure we can do something. And you got to get can you get out of bed at all? I know you're bedridden. That's what you said, but can you physically move at all?
For now, yes. Back and forth to the bathroom. You know what neuropathy is? A nerve damage.
Yeah, in your
all
feet.
That is.
Yeah.
Feet and legs. My feet and legs are wobbly. They're running out of gas. They don't have any power left. I don't have. It's like every day I get weaker and weaker from the cancer.
Yeah.
So for you, you're asking like I go up to Hollywood and Vine and just like hang out and go to Busto Frank or somewhere. Well, I can't do that anymore. I've done it all. Eddie. I've done everything I want to do. And you know what I'm doing? I'm reliving it all in my head and going, God, I wish I could just go back one more time and play this all over again because I had a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
And I'd like to do it all over again.
You wouldn't change anything, Trevor?
Well, he changed not drinking as much. He said that already.
I guess so. Yeah.
But what you got to do, you quit drinking if you knew what the end result was. So at the end of the day, here's what you have to do. At the end of the day, and you're on your last legs, so to speak, no pun intended, go out there and when you have someone get you out of the bed and bring you down to Hollywood and Vine for one last fucking time, if that's what you... And go out in style, motherfucker. Go out being the Trevor motherfucker that I know you are. That's what you got to do. That's all you can do.
Are you know,
I know.
As you relive all of this, all your, all the fun you had and stuff, are you writing it down or making notes?
Making memoirs or something? Or
that would be a great thing, yeah.
Yeah, how about a Trevor video diary?
We'll publish a book posthumously.
Well, that's why I did the other guy's podcast, Jimmy Campanis.
Okay.
He's going to put all an hour. I did an hour with him talking about my life and how I had all this fun and everything.
Well, so, get a hold of Trevor, get a hold of Melrose Larry Green. Yeah, you're both
Melrose.
West Coast people. Melrose could get you somewhere, you know what I mean? What did Melrose say?
Okay. Baby steps, buddy.
What happened?
Baby steps.
Baby steps.
I said baby steps, buddy. Baby steps. Let me just get started with this catheter in my dick.
Ouch.
And do jumping jacks to show them I can at least move around. And that's what I feel. It's like, it's all about money, Eddie.
And trust me, I'm aware, yeah. Money makes the world go round. I understand.
Like, we won't help you unless you give us more and more money. Mm-hmm. And it costs like $5,000 a month to get into a place.
Yeah.
And, it's like, who in the hell can afford $5,000? I mean, some of you can, but, if you're like all alone and you got to be in a hospice for $5,000 a month in a room to die, it goes pretty quick.
Well, this is, and not, I'm not, because I can already hear the moans and groans, but this is why Jack Kevorkian was doing God's work. You know what I mean? Like, that's
100%.
why, because...
I agree.
Yeah, because when, like, you're down to your last legs, you can't fucking do anything, you have no money, you want to go out on your own fucking terms, bing, bang, boom, suicide machine, like, whatever.
I understand. No, don't say I don't have any money.
No, you got money.
The fact is, it goes fast in California.
Yeah.
Actually,
I got money,
everywhere.
but it'll go like water.
Mm-hmm.
So then save up and then go out for one giant night. The last
night.
Right
back where we started.
I'm like Eddie, spent it all on hookers.
To where we started.
Yeah, but get a hooker and go out with a smile on your fucking face.
Jesus, yeah.
Trevor, the only thing why I'm saying that is you're running out of options.
What about your fantasy?
Right.
You're running out of options here, kid.
Right.
Yeah. So why not make it the greatest, the last night of your life, make it the greatest night of your life. That's how, I'm being honest, that's how I would go out. If I know I got a death sentence on my fucking brow, and I know for a fact I got 4 months to fucking live on this earth.
Well, you got to be physically up to it, too, you know?
No, but that's why you save up your energy, even in the time till you do it.
I take some special
Get out of bed.
They got those drugs that make you feel great.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Get out of bed, start fucking moving your body a little bit so you can do those baby steps, and then you have somebody wheel you around if you need to.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Get those fucking home health aides to actually bring you somewhere. And die with your own dignity. Die on your terms.
Dude, I can't even eat a piece of pizza. That's how bad it is, because I can't shit it out. It's like, I can't even eat anything.
Do you have a bag?
I like it. What?
Do you have a bag, or are you actually still shitting out your butthole, or do you have a bag?
I'm not shitting. No, I'm not shitting at all. That's what the pancreatitis is. I think I'm all clogged up. And
they give you some stool softeners or anything, and it just shoots out you like X-Lax or Widow Woman, or what?
I'm taking Miralox right now.
All right, you'll end up shitting.
And I'm taking, I haven't done shit yet, but I've been taking morphine, oxycodone, and they give it to me on a regular basis every 6 hours,
right?
Which keeps you irregular, like hard as a fucking rock.
Yes.
And,
a lot of people, by the way, are in the Facebook Lives talking about you. Dylan Brett is in there. Todd is in there. A lot of people, even Nick from Canada, is saying that you should go out Hoff style. And I mean, I know that a lot of people think you're past that, threshold of doing it. But to me, if you got nothing else, that's what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
buddy?
This is one good step talking to you.
Yeah. Well, feel free. Look.
And Ricky.
And Ricky's here.
Ricky.
Yeah.
Ricky, I want to tell you, I do love the conversations we have.
Yeah.
I think you're like a good guy, even though you're black.
Yeah, one of my faults, bro. Yeah.
Thanks a lot, Ricky, for being black. Jesus.
Yeah. Nah, Trev, listen, man. I always liked you, man. I love you, man. Listen, you got my prayer. You gonna have my prayer, brother.
That's our guy, man.
Just I want to tell everybody, just be real. Mm-hmm. At the end of your life, if you have vices or anything that kills you, you be real about it. You own it, and you have a good smile on your face the best you can, and you always say that, you know what, I did this to myself. I'm paying the fucking price, but you know what, I can't not own what I did, and I had a lot of fun. And I did have a lot of fun doing it. I made a lot of mistakes along the way. But in the end, I still can call ham radio. And my best friend, Frankie McDonald, is solid. I love him. Mm-hmm. And I love Dylan Attack. I love Mushmouth Mike. And all the people on my show that we've been with. I love everybody except for Brett from Sacramento.
Who?
Hold on, just kidding. The nurse is here.
Oh. Hey, look! If it's anything in your power, a motivation that you need to stay on Earth and not perish from this Earth, remember this: if you die, you're going to be up there with Dave Lerman.
Yeah, that's right.
I know. I will.
Yeah. So if you want to stay away from Dave long enough to enjoy the rest of your life, stay on Earth. Keep fighting the good fight.
He'll be in the Jewish section.
Yeah. So do you think that heaven has sections, like Ricky would be in the black section and Dave would be in the Jew section?
Heaven is segregated.
I'm in the fat Italian section. It's definitely segregated.
Not racially segregated.
Those aren't your clouds. You go over there.
No, they separate the Jews from the Catholics because that's the way it is,
They're going to laugh at those motherfuckers. Come up there with that religion.
Ladies and gentlemen, can you please move? The Jews are to the right, the blacks are to the left.
Yeah.
Please, can you move in an orderly fashion? This is heaven, for fuck's sake.
Heaven is not racial.
If heaven is like that, we might as well stay here.
No, heaven is not racial, but there are different. There's some guys don't believe in God.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Where are they? They got their own cloud. They're somewhere else. They got a different cloud.
Chris in the Facebook Live suite.
Dave
Lerman is not hanging out with Sam Kinison. Sam Kinison has his own wing.
Oh, yeah.
We all going to be hanging out in the same mansion.
Yeah. Heaven is very segregated, I think, anyway.
Ladies and gentlemen, the viewpoints of Joe only reflect Joe's thoughts.
You think I want to hang out with Eddie up there?
Hell no. I'm going to the.
I don't know that.
I'm going to the warm place. Fuck off. All right, listen, Trevor. I want you to keep calling the show every week because I want to know. I want a status report. I want to know what's going on. And if this is what keeps you alive, the greatest show on radio.
Yeah.
The best thing that happened to radio since Marconi. This right here, the Ham Radio Show. If that's what keeps you alive, that'll be our duty. That will be our cross to bear.
It's your obligation.
It's your obligation to call the show every week now.
I did buy myself a present.
Good.
I bought me a solid gold TCB necklace that I'm going to wear on my way out.
Taking care of business.
Yeah, I love this.
There you go. All right, Trevor, don't die until next week so we can talk to you again, okay?
I won't. I'll take a picture of the catheter in my dick. I'll send it to you.
Okay.
Send it to the hamradio at hamradioshow.com. We'll look at it.
And to tape it to his ass.
Damn right. All right, Trevor, stay alive, buddy.
Take care.
All right.
Okay.
Bye.
All right, Trev.
So,
Bye, Trev.
by the way, Trevor not in the Deadpool. I just want everyone to understand. Trevor's not in the Deadpool.
Totally depressed.
Yeah. Well, look, the guy literally he was handling his shit.
I know, it's a sad segment.
Yeah, it's a sad. Look, it's reality radio, Joe.
And
We don't screen. Listen, shut up, stop talking. We don't screen the calls for that exact reason.
No,
we'll talk 1 minute about fucking girls' asses or whatever the fuck we were talking about before, and then boom, now we're on death. And look, we had segregated heaven. That's a new thing. I didn't know the Jews had their own section and the blacks. I don't know. Well, according to Joe, it's segregated. I didn't know.
Well, it is. It is.
How do you know you haven't been there?
Oh, no, I know about these things. I have these, what they call heaven dreams.
Heaven dreams?
Yeah, where I die, and, I go there. And
heaven dreams.
Most of the time, it's fucked up. Because,
most of the time, it's fucked up.
Well, God goes to me and says, you think you're going to get away with all that shit you did? Forget about it. You got to pay.
Joe, stop talking about your dreams. Well, this is God.
And I think I'm getting the sign from Billy.
No, I think Billy wants to cut your neck. I don't know what the fuck that meant.
We're spiritual people having a human experience, bro.
Yeah,
whatever.
This is a human experience.
Hey, don't take away Joe. Joe has heaven being like Mississippi in the 50s. Leave it alone.
I want to figure out a way to come back to Earth and haunt people.
Joe, you do it now while you're alive.
That's what I mean.
Don't go in the light.
Well, maybe I come be your guardian angel. I'll hang out with you.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
And I'll whisper in your ear.
My guardian angel has broken wings.
By AT&T, so they'll tell you what's going on.
I have a few of those.